Welcome. I'm Bev Adams. I own an independent paper crafting business showcasing products from Stampin' Up. I made this cute Valentine's Day card with products from Stampin' Up. I sell these products and also a few items to make crafting more convenient. I have the free detailed directions for this project on my website. I also have links for the products that I used. You can just click the links for the products that you would like, and it'll take you to my online store at Stampin' Up. You'll see where to find all of that at the end of this video, so don't worry about taking notes. It's time to put stamps, ink, and paper together. I am using Valentine's Day. It's one large Valentine's Day stamp. And I'm using the Hearts of Love 3D embossing folder. I have a basic white envelope, of course. My card base is real red, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have 2 pieces of basic white and a piece of vellum. These are all 4 by 5 1/4, so they should be identical. I'm happy to say we're carrying vellum right now. It's 12 by 12, which is nice. I hope we continue to carry it. I love working with vellum. We're going to be doing 2 kinds of embossing, and I'm going to start with the embossing folder. So I'm going to bring in my embossing machine, and I'm going to lift you up so you can see what I'm doing. This is a 3D embossing folder. It's the kind that's kind of hard to bend. And for the 3D embossing folders, this is the platform that you need, the sandwich. So you just need the white embossing platform and the gray number 4 embossing plate. And I'm going to put one of the pieces of basic white in here. This does have the fold at the top. I'm going to try and even it up. I'm going to put 2 of the big hearts near the corner, but not on the corner. And that has 1 heart in the middle. Put the fold side of the folder so it goes in the machine first. And roll it through. Popping is just normal. It happens when there's a straight edge going in all at once. So if you've got room to tip it a little bit, you won't get as much popping. And we get this lovely pattern. And I want just a little bit of embossing at the top of the inside layer. So I want to put the heart near the top. And try and get it centered and roll this through. I want to bring in a piece of scratch paper. I'm going to make a little bit of a mess. I'm going to use my Stampin' Brayer. This does have pegs here so that you can set it down without getting ink on your table. And when you ink it, I think it's best to have those pegs facing up. But you want to roll and pick up the brayer until it's nice and even all the way around and all the way across the length of the roller. And then so far it's worked pretty much nicely that it goes around in the length of this card. And I think I'm going to put one more layer on it. I am finding I get a little bit of ink where I don't really prefer it, but that's okay. And then set this down with those pegs going down so that it keeps it up off the cover, because I'm going to be putting glue on there. So I want the ink to be a little bit drier before I put the glue on. And then I'm going to be doing some heat embossing. So I want to use the Embossing Additions kit. You don't have to, but it's nice to use. And the Embossing Buddy, if you rub it on, it kind of keeps the powder from sticking to any finger oils from your fingers. Then I'm going to ink this stamp. You're going to need the E block for this one. It's a big stamp. I think I'm going to put my Happy Valentine's Day a little higher because I'm going to put a bow on here. Now, normally, if I were using cardstock, you can actually emboss with our regular inks if you get right to it before the ink dries. But with the vellum, it takes a little longer to dry. So that's nice because I can emboss and take my time. So this does two things. Number one, it highlights the greeting and helps it stand out a little bit better. And we don't have to wait extra long for the ink to dry on the vellum. I am using a heat tool. It looks and sounds like a blow dryer, but it is not a blow dryer. It doesn't really blow. And our heat tools has a little stand that sticks there. It's got 2 speeds, 1 and 2. I almost always use the 2. It does have a protection because this does get very hot. I'm not going to be wiggling back and forth, but I want to keep it moving. As soon as I see it starting to melt the powder, I'm going to move on to a different area. And so when you'll start to see it look shiny and real red. I just love the embossing powder. It still makes me very happy every time I use it. So I'm going to just put this on the inside. You do not need a lot of this glue. Really just 4 tiny dots in the corners is plenty. 1/8 of an inch border. We'll put this layer down. I'm putting too much glue on. I'm going to put a little bit of glue. I'm making little V's on the big hearts. I don't want a lot of glue because I want to give it a chance to dry a little bit. So I'm not putting big blobs of glue. I'm making the V's because it'll kind of highlight the hearts if it happens to show through. But if I do it right, it shouldn't really show through a whole lot. And while I've got the heat glue out, the heat tool out, I guess I can put it on one and help that dry a little bit. But I can make my air bow here while I'm waiting. I call this an air bow because I'm just making this bow in the air. I'm not tying it around anything. So I just need to make a loop, go around the loop, making a circle, and pull this through. And notice that I did not separate it from the spool. But if I cut this, I'm probably going to be throwing away 2 or 3 inches of the twine. But this way, I am throwing away a little less than an inch. But this one's still attached, so I'm not wasting anything there. So I'm going to go ahead and put this over, and it should match exactly. But with embossing, it does change the size of it a little bit, so I just want to make any differences even. And then we'll put this bow on with a glue dot. So I'm going to find my first glue dot, push it on there, pinch, and stick it down here. And the glue dot actually lets you arrange your bow if you want. So there we go. That's it. You could probably make a whole bunch for your whole family, or maybe all of your co-workers, kids' class at school. Pretty quick. Happy Valentine's Day. Here is the web address where you'll find the free detailed directions and links for the products I used. I also offer lots of resources on my website. Click Shop to see the online exclusives, clearance items, my frequent shopper points, and the products I offer to make crafting more convenient. That includes a cardstock sampler for all the current Stampin' Up! Cardstock and samplers for the Stampin' Up! Cardstock going all the way back to 1997. Click Inspiration to scroll my projects. You'll find the directions and images all the way back to 2011. You may also want to check out the Basics button where I share about stamps, ink, and paper, card cutting bases and layers, and some of my favorite tools. Click Getting Organized to find lots of free resources like case inserts, labels for just about every product, catalog tabs, color tools, and much more. More organization means more time for crafting. Click Stamp Together if you're in Ventura County and come stamp at my house. You can also join my team if you're anywhere in the United States. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also to my website so you don't miss a thing. Thank you so very much for watching. Bye.